What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, brother?
I am good, dude. I had a relaxing weekend,
Did you? That's good.
which is very rare for me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I know what the word relaxation means anymore, man. So I'm glad you got to have some of it. I'm glad you got to have some of it. So that's awesome. Well, it's good that you had a relaxing weekend, man. I mean, hey, you look good.
Well, thank you. We have next weekend we are going to be at Weekend Blend down in Tracy. The Weekend
That's what
Blender.
you're doing. You're doing weekend blend like next week.
Yeah,
You
so we just
gotta
did
take a
Weekend
bunch of
Blender
photos.
a couple of weekends ago, and now he has another one in a different location.
Okay, so you got to take a bunch of photos for me, bro.
Yeah. I'll do my best. I'm not actually the best at that part, but Jomar might possibly be there. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well, I'll have to send a shout out to Jomar and have him take some photos. So
I'm telling Jomar shit he doesn't even know yet.
I know, right?
What's up, Say Wong? What's up, Steve-Boo? Oh man, we got some of my old students in here too. What's up, Duran? It is good to see
we got
all
Duran
of you
in the house
tonight. We are 59 people away from our next giveaway.
Hey, Mez is in the house.
Huh?
Mezzo's in the house.
Hey, what's up, Mez? We are, but yes, we are 59 people away from our next Saber giveaway. It seems so far, so long away.
I know, but it's close. It's close.
It is very close. Once we get there,
says hi. Says what up, Van. Duran definitely in the house.
He is a former student at school I used to work at.
Oh, okay.
So tonight's show, I'm very excited about tonight's show. Tonight's show is somebody that I met at a convention this last summer. We just haven't had a chance to hook up. So tonight is going to be a good one. We got a lot of fun stuff for you tonight. Anything? Yes. Everybody wish Mets a happy birthday. Her birthday was just 2 days ago.
Happy birthday, Mets. Hold on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mezzo. Happy birthday to you. I know
Well, I'm gonna say this and I'll say it again. We miss you. We miss the heck out of you, Mezzo. You are definitely missed. I'm hoping that everything's going great with you, and it's definitely good to see you. And you don't look 40, so yeah, definitely keep doing whatever you're doing.
Your information on where people can watch your show, if they are not already doing so.
Yes.
I know you have your YouTube channel and you have your Twitch channel. So put that there in the comments if you don't mind. That's all right. I have not been keeping up. Is there anything going on with the Star Wars news?
Man, Star Wars news. I feel like Star Wars news has gotten kind of stagnant, man. Like I haven't seen anything as of late. Like, there's still been a back and forth about the whole Ben Solo issue and whatnot. A lot of the news has been surrounding some of the Emmys that have been won. Andor's won like a couple of Emmys, and I mean, honestly, dude, Andor season 2 was freaking phenomenal. I'm sorry, dude. Like that, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Me and you have said it plenty of times. Rogue One is one of my favorite freaking movies ever. Like that.
Omar agrees.
Yeah, seriously, Rogue One is the dopest movie. And so when I found out that they were doing an Andor spinoff, I was like, okay, you know what? I want to give it a shot because Andor was definitely one of those characters that it was so guttural how he the resistance was first. And I had to the resistance came first. It was like, and then being in line with people like Saw Gerrera, and Saw was all about the resistance, but he he lost a couple freaking. He was a few sandwiches short of a picnic basket by the middle or the
Right.
end of this. So, but
But
Andor,
I think that was another a great aspect of Andor, was showing that you can be part of the same resistance and still be on completely opposite sides of
right,
philosophy.
right, and that is and you even see it in like it was such a portrayal of how, like, I mean, the French resistance during the whole Nazi occupation and whatnot, they had those same issues, dude. They had people that were too extreme. They had people that wanted more of a gradual change. They had people in politics that were trying to change things through that. So you had all these different ways, like, and that's what this kind of brought to life. Like, it was just like, and so I don't know, when that opening scene in Rogue One when Andor freaking shot his friend, bro, or
Right.
like that to me was just like, bro, you're willing to do whatever it takes, dog. Like you are freaking gully, bro. And
But
so
you know what? I absolutely love that scene in Star Wars context, because I think it's the first time we ever, because you think of the rebels as the good guys and the empires as the bad guys, and it
yeah,
was the first time that you got to see kind of the dirty side of
dirty side of the rebellion, bro. Like that's
exactly.
really what it came down to. So then watching Andor season one, now I'll say this: Andor season one started off a little slow, just a tad slow, but it picked up, and I was able to really get into it. But season two, that blew my socks off, bro. Like that showed just how freaking like seriously, like how gully and how dirty the freaking the empire was, but also just how dirty the rebellion had to become in order to birth the rebellion. Like it was. So Andor will remain honestly probably one of my most favorite spinoffs of all time as of right now. As of right now, I will say that. Okay, I don't want to say Andor will remain the favorite. Mandalorian comes second. I still
Ooh.
love Mando. I still love Mando. My kids have a soft spot for Grogu, so like I will still watch the movie. Mando will still be played, and I will still appreciate Mando. But Andor is just the gritty side of the rebellion, and there's no other media that portrays that.
I feel like if it wasn't for the Vader scene in Rogue One, you wouldn't have had the Luke scene in Mandalorian season 2. I
Oh,
feel like the
no
Luke
doubt,
scene was
bro.
the bookend to the
Yeah,
Vader.
most definitely, and that was one of the most. I mean, and unfortunately, and just to clarify, that Luke scene was in that Luke scene was in uh
Was it not season 2?
Ahsoka. It was Ahsoka.
Oh, you're right. It wasn't so good. Damn
It
it.
was
You're
Ahsoka.
right.
But nonetheless, that I mean, I love that scene. Don't get me wrong, I love that scene, by the way. But that scene, I feel like, kind of gave people what they thought when they were going to see a bit of a sneak peek in more of Luke with Ahsoka to come, and then when that's not going to happen, obviously, they kind of think that kind of turned people off. Ahsoka definitely number 3 on my freaking on my rank list as far as like Disney spinoffs. I love Ahsoka, but I'm a little biased, bro. I've been I've been a fan of Rosario Dawson for the longest time. She's in my top 5, bro. Like, I'm sorry. And now that she's got the Ahsoka, yeah. Like, yeah. Anyways, that's late. That's for a later
That's a
show.
whole different
That's a
conversation.
whole other, yeah, that's a whole other show.
After
That's
dark
definitely, I
conversation.
was gonna say after dark. That's after dark. Um, so yeah, but unfortunately, not much real news, man. Like I said, there's still a lot of discourse going on about the whole Ben Solo thing. Um, and not a lot of not a lot outside of that. Like I've been trying to stay up on it. You know, a lot of people are talking about Saw Gerrera and whatnot, and then there's still some talk about Mandalorian and Grogu and any kind of add-ons. I mean, there is some talk about what is it? The new show, the Starfighter show that's supposed to be coming out.
That's the movie, isn't it? That's the next
Yeah,
movie.
or it's a movie. Yeah.
Oh, after
But again,
Grogu, it's the next movie.
yeah.
Right?
But again, nothing. Just nothing major. Like I said, they just closed season 2 of Ahsoka, so I'm excited about that. I definitely want to see when that comes out. Because I'm again I'm definitely an Ahsoka fan. I'm definitely an Ahsoka fan. So I'm not at all shaking a stick at Ahsoka. I still thought Ahsoka season 1 was still phenomenal. Don't.
I want to know who is on here right now who plans on going to Star Wars Celebration 2026 when it comes. Hey, this is Jason.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
What's
oh
up,
my
Jay?
gosh, dude.
Star Wars Celebration is going to be in LA in 2026, which happens to coincide with the 50th anniversary. Or no, wait, 2027 will be the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Star Wars at that one, though. I think that the year will be off. That'll be weird.
Yeah, because 77 was the release. So
right.
Yeah.
But the next Star Wars Celebration is not this year, but it's going to be next year. So I'm guessing maybe I'm off. Maybe they'll. I thought they had mentioned it, but it'll probably be the one after that.
Well, either way, Star Wars 2026. Are we going, or are we going to try to fund that? Like I don't know. I mean, it sounds like a plan to me. I mean, it sounds like an excuse for me to get into some cosplay. So yeah.
Especially when some people learn what I am trying to build next. I think we may need to go down there. What will be nice is I'll get to go down just to attend, not because I'm manning a booth.
And that will be refreshing in its own right. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. Let's I don't want to talk too much about what we've got in the works just yet.
You're right. I'm getting very excited about.
I know you're excited, bro. I know you're excited, and I'm honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm just excited. I don't know. You may not see it, but I'm definitely just as excited. Trust and believe.
Just keep in touch. There is Kyber Cave has a new possible direction let's just say I'm doing my homework on right now. I've done my homework. I've started making some phone calls to find out what it's going to take to make certain things happen. But once this does happen, if it does come to fruition, it will be something that has never been done before in Northern California. It will be a brand new thing that I think many people will be excited about. And it's not just a one-time thing. It's a new ongoing thing.
I mean, everybody's going to be excited about this if it comes through. But again, I don't want us to get too ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
We'll definitely we'll be keeping you in touch though. Stay tuned for that. Please stay tuned
for that. But for now, to keep you excited, let's see who's our flow this week.
I mean, you know what? The thing is you're going to be so upset at me because of this. Uh-oh. Because I didn't get a hold of James, and I went through some of our archives, and I didn't have a flow artist. So we're going to just revisit our flow artist from last week as our flow artist from this week. Because our lovely producer, I don't know where the miscommunication was, but I think he might have thought that he had blessed me with, because he's blessed me with a few flow artists. Like 1 week he'll give me 2 artists, so I'll have like 2 weeks worth of artists, and I think he might have thought that he did that for me this week. But
go back and grab an older one that we had one.
I mean, I could definitely do that. Or I mean, maybe I could do
figuring stuff on the fly. While we're doing that, I
mean, that was one of them. That's
we
still
showed that one already.
Yeah, we showed that one already. Like I said, I've got an older one. I've got an older flow artist here. I've got one. I mean, it's not. Let's see. Who do we want to go with? I'm gonna kick you.
I swear to God, people, we're gonna be getting more professional at this. Wow.
Yeah, there we go. And Jay decided to be his Gen Z, or is he Gen Z? Yeah, he's Gen Z. His Gen Z self, and post this cap, and I'm gonna post no cap because
Flaming Log Guy is pretty epic. Yeah. I want to
yeah,
meet Flaming Log Guy, but
I know.
never, ever piss him off.
Yeah, I never piss that guy off. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna get better at this. I promise, guys. Uh, so yeah,
And I
but I
want to let
really
you
want
guys
to.
know.
Oh, go
I want
ahead.
to let you guys know too. Next week, I haven't talked to even Lynn about this, but we're gonna have a break next week. We're not gonna have a show. I have a show. Fire plus one damage. Because we have that show with Weekend Blender. I'm not gonna be back in time, so we're just gonna take a break for next week's show. We will come back November 30th. We finally got John Morrow locked down again. A lot of times, you guys know, with the bigger celebrities, sometimes they have to reschedule. So he is actually going to be our very first show of the year. What a great way to bring the year in with Andy from Toy Story. So January 4th, our first show of the year, we will be back with John Morrow. But we will have some other great shows coming up for you in November and December. Do not despair. But we will be taking next week off. So just remember that. Come back in the week after.
Yes, that is definitely going to be a cool. That's definitely going to be a cool show. That's definitely going to be an awesome show. I can't wait. Yeah, with the flaming logs, my buddy at K-Hog 286 said flaming log saber causes +1 fire damage, and I love the D&D reference. So like,
and that is our good friend Kevin Hogan. He is one of the most prolific cosplayers actually in Northern California. He goes to so many shows, but he just got back. Well, I don't know about just got back. How long ago did you get back from Europe? He just did a fantastic tour with, I think, his brother. I think him and his brother went to Europe together.
well,
So, and I know he was posting a ton of great photos. So, and you know, Kevin, if you ever want to do a segment back with us again, we'd love to have you back on the show, my friend. Your segment was one of my favorites that we've ever had in Saber Rattle. So, that brings us to our fantastic guests of tonight.
Yes, let's.
You got just a little teeny tiny sample of what this man's house looks like, and some of the absolute incredible things that this man owns. If you are a comic book nerd at all, or if you are a vintage toys fan, tonight is your show of all nights. We have a gentleman who, and what's funny was I was actually bringing him on for one thing, and then like in talking to him, he's walking around the house with his camera, and I'm looking at the stuff in his house, and I'm like, oh my god, you do live in a museum? Yeah,
literally, bro. Like it's amazing. So yeah, without further ado, I mean, we got to give people a taste of what
Mr. Omar Mozeb. Check out Omar Mozeb of O's Collectables.
Yes, sir.
Woo! I want to move into your house, Omar.
What up, everybody?
Dude, I feel like I could spend a week in your house and just not have gone through everything yet.
Oh yeah, and my wife's also a phenomenal cook too, so you get the best of both worlds.
Woohoo! I'm moving in. That's all there is to it.
We got you. You come and live up on the top stairs.
Woohoo! So yeah, so I was telling the audience it's kind of funny. The reason I booked you was for one thing that I knew about you, And then in having that conversation with you, I found out about all of this. So I just feel like we're gonna have a fun night tonight, my friend. We're gonna have a ton to talk about.
Yes, sounds amazing.
So first off, let people know who you are. Who is Omar?
So how's everybody doing tonight? My name's Omar. I own O's Collectables, and my phenomenal wife lets me collect my collection. She made a deal when we first got married. I can collect whatever I want, but I got to make the profit on it. So that's how it started. I started buying garage sales, anywhere I could find collectibles, and then I would buy extras and start selling them. And it grew, got bigger. And at the time, I've always did a DD service to keep drunks off the streets. We don't charge, and so that was all licensed and insured. So I got with some of the promoters, and I told them we used to bring the celebrities to the show. And then instead of doing that, I started driving them from the airport, and uh, we worked different agreements, and they started getting me into the connection. So I was able to get autographs and get more stuff. So I started doing deals like that. Here, I'm gonna walk around so you guys could kind of see a little bit
Right.
of the
That's
collection.
when I first met you. I met you at I remember it was the GI Joe show in Sacramento. I
Correct.
don't remember which convention specifically.
And we
Um,
loved your lifesavers, so I ended up bringing the two celebrities over there, and they started having a battle with your sabers. And
oh man,
then, yeah,
I should have uploaded that video. Damn it, that would have been.
yeah.
I have that
So
on
I
my
ended
phone.
up driving them to the show, and we have that time to talk, and so they trust me over to bring them to them, and that's how this all came. And that was last summer we were talking. Since then, I've already done like 5, 6 more shows.
Right, right.
But
Well, I
so
think it's absolutely fantastic. The reason I wanted to bring you on was because I feel like you were basically like the celebrity limo driver in Northern California for several of these shows, which I thought was super interesting. But then I didn't know that you also, worked in toys and collectibles, and that you had your own booths at different conventions.
yeah, no, I'm very, very fortunate. Like I'm Arab, so we don't celebrate Christmas, but I'm gonna pull it out. So give me 1 second. But I was blessed by Flick from the movie Scott Shorts,
Oh wow!
and this is signed by most of the kids.
Oh wow!
So
Oh
little
no!
things like that. I always get a kick out of movie trivia, and from
That's so cool.
Nintendo to anime. So I'm not like your one collector where you always just they got 50 of that item or 1,000 of that item, and
Right.
I got 1,000 of every item.
Do you
So
find it hard, like with this agreement that you had with your wife, that you got to make some profit? Are the things that you picked up that you're like, oh man, I want to keep this, but I gotta sell this?
no, that's why I'm a strong believer in God, and I'm very blessed because I'll buy like a whole thing, and there'll be like 4 items in there that I love, and
Mhm.
because I'm actually a full-time driver at UPS, so that's where my money comes, and I do all this on the weekends. I fly out to New York Comic Con, San Diego, and because I have connections out there. And
Right.
then, yeah, so it's just like I said, it's been a blessing. I get yelled at by my friends all the time because I don't do videos with them. I don't record. And I'm like, because I'm just in the moment living. Like we were
Right.
with one of the celebrities, and her and my son were breaking stuff in one of this very expensive shops. And I'm just like seeing
Oh
money
no.
signs, what I'm going to have to pay. And I'm like, hey, you're responsible for my son right now. It's both of you guys jumping around.
Right,
And there
right,
was
right, right,
like
right.
$1 million worth of items. And, all of us started laughing. And I'm like, but I forget, like, wow, like I'm very blessed. I'm on this side of it. Sometimes you forget.
Right, right, right. And a lot of times we don't realize when we're building memories, and those memories are going to mean much more than the toys and the expense in the long run.
Yes, no, 100%. And I agree with you there. That's why I think we hit it off so easy at the show. And I think I caught you off guard when I said, "Oh, hold on, let me go grab two of the celebrities." You're like, "Wait, what?"
Right, right, right. And then of course your wife's cooking is phenomenal. She had a piece of, I think it was the Dubai chocolate or something.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was actually one of her new creations. But since then, she's probably made 50 new ones. but she's always, like I said, it's unreal, her talent. And people even offered her storefronts, and she just loves doing it, just like I love collecting. So it grew to a whole different story, you know. And then when SAC Anime reached out to us, like I was shocked. I was like, wait, how'd you even know? They're like, oh, dude, everybody hears about your wife's desserts. And I'm like, and then they came over for dinner, and they're like, "Oh my God, dinner's way more popular." I said, "Yeah, that's what we try to explain people. Like, we just had from scratch pizza tonight, so you know I'm feeling a little pregnant, so that's why I keep touching my belly."
Nice.
Well, you had me at Dubai chocolate. I like you totally had me there, dude. I love some Dubai chocolate. Like you had me.
Well, we'll find out the next show, and I'll make sure you get a box. But like I said, it's always something just unique and different. The last SAC Anime show, she made some. I haven't even tried it personally, and I usually try all her stuff. But it was something with apples, like an apple cookie, and they couldn't shut up about it. It was like, and you know, again, we're blessed, and um, she has an Instagram page. We're working on making it bigger because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. She's been doing friends Thanksgiving for people and doing the whole cooking, like so she cooks for them and makes the desserts. So yeah, it's
Wow.
just been crazy. But hey, I love it because I'm real in real life having a sugar mama, so it's awesome.
So tell me about you. One of the other things I thought was absolutely fascinating, and I loved it was something that I loved about your spirit because it's something that I had never really heard of before. No, I've heard of like variations, but the way you do it, it's just kind of blew me away. And I was um kind of I don't know how to say this. I was amazed at your generosity of spirit. But you do a free drunk driving program, so people don't go out to the bars and get drunk and drive home drunk.
Yeah, and that's how I, like I said, made a lot of different connections and like you know, very fortunate. Got to take Kevin Eastman out. You know, a lot of big names like that. You know, that's been many many years. But like I said, but from the DD service, the way it started was in high school. I have
Mhm,
never drank. Uh,
mhm,
so when we went out with the party, this girl was faded. All I
mhm.
knew, like I seen her around in high school, and I said, "Hey, hun, you're not trying to drive, are you?" Because she literally was trying to open the car door with the key. She was
Yeah.
stabbing her own leg. That's how drunk she was. So I took
Wow.
the keys from her. I walked her around to the other door and put her in the car. And she just looks at me and only had one concern. Omar, this is $100,000 car. Can you drive stick? Nope, I'm gonna learn tonight because I ain't letting you drive.
Wow.
You know, remind you, I'm a high school kid. So yeah, I
Right.
grind the hell out of that poor car, and I get over to the house, and I don't know if the dad had cameras because we back in '99, but he was outside, and he just looked, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "Wait, she couldn't find somebody that that knew how to drive stick." I said, "Son, she said this is $100,000 car. If that's true, you're an idiot, sir. Second of all." Um, she's so drunk, she was more worried about leaving the car for it to get damaged. Well, that's what I taught her. I said, again, you're an idiot, sir. Number three, here's your keys. Have a great night. Your daughter's home safe. And I started walking. He goes, hold on, let me give you a ride. I said, oh, hell no. In my head, I was thinking, this guy wants to know where I live so he can charge my parents for messing up that engine. So I started jogging back. And but then 3, 4 days later, and remind you, I didn't look at her like if she was pretty. I get this little pretty blonde coming up and she kisses me on the cheek and she said, thank you for last weekend. I said, oh, that's who you are. I knew. And we were in the same class. I didn't recognize her for, you know, because she was trying to be all dolled up and older than what she was at that party. So I started laughing. I said, hey, just be careful. And she goes, yeah. Um, Even my friends were like, you were just straight a gentleman. You brought, and so I was okay. So through high school or college, I started taking, you know, parents caught wind of it, and one of them came up to me and said, "Hey, um, you drive our sons for free and everything. Like, you don't ask for nothing." I said, "No, we're if they want to give me gas money, or if I'm lucky to get gas money, I'm happy. But
Right.
I'd rather you guys stay, not killing it. I told people always, and they look at me like I'm crazy. I did it
Right.
for selfish reasons. The more drunks I could keep off the streets, the safer me and my family and friends are. Simple as that.
Right.
But people don't look at it that way, and unfortunately, and I'm like, but I've always, so 20 something years later, I kept my word to myself, and even as big as it got, I've never charged nobody, and I'm glad to be able to straight up say that. And it's been a blessing. But the mom actually had me, it was some other parents, they had me take a group to Napa, and I did a wine tour. Ended up making connections over there for them. Like, it was just a blessed day. Well, I get home and they hand me, like $500-$600. I forget what it was. You know how many toys I bought? I gave my dad half, and I bought
Yeah.
hella toys. I went to Take Me Toy Store. I was super excited, and that's how it came. And then little brother became a bartender, and we just became a deadly combination. He get you drunk, and I get you home. They thought it was some
Wow.
kind of setup. They didn't know what to do. And the town got used to, like, oh, wait, this kid's every day or every weekend. So,
Mm.
bringing them, saving them. And if I could get around UPS, I'm also a full-time driver at UPS. I've been there
Wow.
22 years. So I just have that work ethic. Like, I just keep driving and want to make it happen. And on the weekends, I always try to, if we don't do something with my wife, I'll do like one of the conventions, and that's how I met you. See, and that's what I mean. God just brings us all around together.
Right, 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 right. And it was funny because I was looking through my Rolodex of people to talk to, and I saw yours. I was like, oh my god, dude, I've not talked to Omar since summertime. I was like, dude, I gotta see what's going on in your life.
Yeah, so it was the miscommunication. I thought I had to drive to you. If I knew it was in my house, I would have done this a while ago. I was like, bro, I'm nonstop. Like, we have to make this, I have to put it in a calendar. I just misunderstood. I didn't, but the wonderful world of technology. My niece, she way younger than me. She's been trying to teach me. So I'm working.
Right,
Like, I just started Instagram and Facebook for the business. And yeah, it's a whole crazy role. I'm used to physically go to a show.
right. So what is your goal? Like, are you? I mean, are you trying to start a store? Like, would you like to have a regular storefront? Do you like going to conventions? Do you like doing the driving? Or you? I mean, it just seems like you've got your hand in so many pots. It's hard to keep track of you.
So I'm working on, I'll probably retire in 8 to 10 years at UPS. So I'm trying to figure things out because, yes, with all the connections and different things I do and can go, um, we haven't really got to that far. But I would love to do like a style like a Barnes and Noble, have my wife do the desserts and, some kind of food, Middle Eastern.
Mhm.
Because she even makes drinks like the iced tea. She custom made it overseas, so
Wow.
like that. Yeah, the drinks are a whole different story. When I say drinks, no alcohol, everybody.
Yeah.
But so she would do that side, and then I would have the collectibles, so I could have people come and trade and do stuff like that too. So we've always
Right.
talked like that. But again, because UPS, they just demand so much time and they pay so well, so it's kind of hard to skip
Right.
the overtime. Yeah, so I
Right.
always pick and choose what I'm gonna do. But like, was a few weekends ago, I went to Utah because I wanted Data's autograph. So having an amazing wife helps. She said, "No, you've been wanting to go, or go get it." And me and this other cat went out there, and one of the vendors knew, so they hooked me up with passes, and so we had the vendor pass, so we didn't have to wait in line. So it was just a
Nice.
blessing. And then I knew somebody that knew the agent for Data, Quanley, and so I got to come up because his line was insane right now since he won the Academy Award.
Hmm.
Yeah, so but that's one of the things I love doing. Like, I've been working on that Goonies piece. So right now I think I got 5 autographs on it. And
Wow.
yeah, so I just keep like my hero. I think I'm finally finished with that, and I got about 45 on it.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness. And this is like your
yeah, so
personal collection, right?
yeah, that's just for my personal. Like I said, what I have for sale is just a whole different story. And my cousin, he has Mahmoud's Khan's Collectables, but he has probably 100,000 autographs and sells. And then I have a couple other guys that I only buy from, like out of Las Vegas and uh, LA Celeb Works, and same thing. They're so connected. So I'll save up because I end up buying high end pieces from them because they're
Right.
always. But if you're in a bigger city, it's easier to meet these guys.
Right. Do you have any? I mean, it looks like I see. I think I see like an Iron Man fist back there. Do you have
Oh,
any?
there's here.
All
So
kinds of stuff in there.
yeah, these are the Stan Lee. And then like these are from the Toy Biz 1980 stuff that I bought as a kid. And then you got the DC from the 70s. I was able to get my hands on.
And you told me a piece of amazing piece of trivia, which I never realized the Fantastic Four were from Stockton.
Okay, so you want me to show that comic off?
Yeah, you got that, and then you tell the story behind. There's a story too.
I will. So Al's Comic is a little comic shop in Stockton, and they got pictures of it. And they brought Stan Lee back in like the 80s, 90s. I forget when they brought him. And Stan Lee loved their hospitality so much. They ended up. Stan Lee made the birthplace of Fantastic Four Stockton. And that's a real thing. If you look it up, it'll show it. So he ended up and I was just his UPS driver, and he ended up liking me and giving me one of the comics. And I was unfortunately not fast enough to get Stan Lee to sign it.
Right.
Rest in peace. But yeah, like I'm such a because I was very blessed. I got to have my family portrait with Stan Lee. But the first piece I did with him, he liked it so much. He ended up saying, "Hey, fans like you is the reason I come out at this age." And then he got up to shake my hand. So I was like, "All right, the next time I meet him, I'm going to do a family portrait." It was 2 times after that, but
Yeah.
what was I going to show you? But yeah, so that comic never got signed, but it was very blessed to have it in my collection. And then, but yeah, it's just little things like that makes me happy. I
Right.
work hard to support my family. The UPS check goes there, and everything I do on the side allows me to do this. Like, I know you were mentioning Star Wars Celebration. I was actually talking about doing that if I
Oh
don't
wow.
go work New York Comic Con. So I'm up in the air which one I was going to go. But yeah, I was thinking about doing those. So
Wow. And does your collection or what you trade with other people, what you sell to other people, is it of all different varieties? Do you cover all genres? Like I noticed you're wearing Dragon Ball Z
oh,
shirt there. Are you
100%.
into everything? Are you into anime?
Yes, 100%. I don't just do it because I go sell at the booth. Like we watch it and then we get excited on certain ones. Like the last show, Kaiju 8 was there, but I was excited to see Ace. From One Piece. He's done other things, but he's married to Laura Travis, and she does Fruit Basket. That's my wife's favorite anime, and I've watched it too. It's a phenomenal one. So we ended up getting pieces done for our collection for it, because they got to try our desserts and stuff. Uh, it was also excited because we got to skip lines. That's when I mean I'm spoiled because I forget when I have to go to a big show and I'm like, oh man, I don't like waiting in line. Let me call and see who's here. So
Right.
like I try to humble myself still, but yeah, I give it to you guys that wait in line 5-7 hours for one autograph because I can't do
Right.
that.
Has there been anybody that you've driven yet that you've been fanboy about, or are you pretty good at keeping it cool?
So the only one, and my wife laughed at me, was Stanley. Especially the second time we'd done 4 or 5 things. When he passed away, I got so many calls. I started thinking he really was my grandpa because everybody was giving me like I literally had to take the next day off at UPS. I was like, it was just uh, because I guess that I'm that big of a fan. But I probably have like 50 to 60 autographs signed by Stanley.
Wow.
And like I said, from Star Wars to old movies to Nintendo to anime, I've always been that guy. If I like it, I go get it. Like people hate buying me birthday presents or any kind of gifts because, unfortunately, I probably own it if I wanted it.
So
So
you don't have any particular like I don't know maybe Ninja Turtles, like you have a huge collection of Ninja Turtles because somebody was into that, or you just got a bit of everything, huh?
So for me personally, would I go get? No. Yes, when I cause I'm always in the world. When
Mhm.
people call me to sell me their whole collections, so then I would have a lot more of that one show than I would the next till I sell
Mm.
out. Cause I end up buying, like, I have a guy that he has a second house of Ninja Turtle stuff, like legitly.
Wow.
Yeah, so he just got too much, so he was like, "Hey, will you do me a favor and start selling them at the show?" So, like, probably the next show at the Sac Anime, I might have some of his pieces, and they're like, some crazy pieces.
Right.
Um,
Wow.
yeah. So he also, I'm going blank on the movie Puppet Master. He
Mm.
uh, he has the whole toy collection. He owns every toy from the Puppet
Wow.
Master. Yeah, and so, like, I've never. That's what I mentioned in the beginning. I'm not one of those guys that just collect one thing. Like, if I
Mhm.
see it, like it, and then I'm like, oh, you know what? I need to go get this sign. So let me see if I can reach it real quick.
Do you have a good like memory for like prices and values of things?
Yeah, I'm always checking on and hold on. I'm trying to walk in there. I couldn't get the light, so I don't know if you can see. It's a little dark. Let me climb over. But from UFC, I even have sports. Like, I'm a huge Raider fan. I got UFC. So give me 1 second, everybody. But so, like this, I have no clue what it was. I liked it. It was at Ross for $10. It's a
Mhm.
wooden board, but it's Battle of the Bands.
Okay.
And so it has Turtles versus Shredders,
Oh
and it
wow.
even has a date. So I had to get Kevin Eastman to sign it.
Oh.
So that's what I mean. I'm like that. If I if I see it, I like it. And
Right.
unfortunately, I'm running out of real estate. I don't have, till I could buy a second house. And
I know you got literally stuff up on the ceilings, on the walls,
um,
everywhere.
yeah, like from Mulan to, again, everything. I've always been that guy, and just this alone is what I'm taking, like, the SAC animator the next this the beginning of the year.
Wow.
So,
Sac
and
Anime.
then
So people in the audience, if you want a little crack at that collection, head over to Sac Anime. Kevin, Star Wars Celebration is a huge, Star Wars Celebration. That's where they bring out, like they'll bring out Ewan McGregor. They'll bring out the big A-list. Mark Hamill goes out there. That supposedly like there's life-size Imperial walkers in the rooms. If you were a Star Wars fan, this is where you need to be. It is one of the few cons that's actually sanctioned by Lucasfilm, and they work directly with making Star Wars Celebration a
have
fun
you ever
event.
been there?
I have not. I've only seen videos.
So we went to Celebration 6 probably 10, 15 years ago. Little disappointed, but I was very fortunate. I got to meet Warwick Davis. Um,
Wow.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So and then that's a funny story on its own. But so we dressed up as Ewoks. We got a lot of feedback on that. And then my wife kept telling Wicket, "Hey,
Wait,
smile,
wait, wait.
Wicket,
First
smile."
off, you got to tell everybody what your son's name is.
That's I was getting to it. I got this.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, I got you. I got you. So he tells Wicked, "Hey, smile, stop, or smile." And then Work Davis stops and looks and goes, "Hold on, is his name Wicked?" I said, "Yeah." So that's my oldest son's name is Wicket.
Right.
I knew in high school what I wanted. Like, I think sophomore year or freshman year, I just
Right.
had to convince a woman. It took me 7 months to convince my wife, and I finally did. So after I named my son Wicket, I wasn't allowed to name the second
Oh.
kid, and we ended up having a second boy. So
Mhm.
she named him, and she goes, "Hey, honey, I really want to name our son Awesome." I just looked at her and like, "You're the best wife ever. You really want to
Awesome.
name our sons Wicked and Awesome?" And that they're 6 years apart, and their real names are Wicked and Awesome. And
Well,
then that's
okay.
the Instagram page on our desserts is Wicked Awesome Eats, and there's
Oh man, I love it.
so it's Wicket with the T, and then Awesome's AUSIM.
AUSIM. Man,
Yeah.
that is
So, but yeah, well, you should hear us when we're yelling at our kids. People looking, wait, did they really name their kids that or their nicknames?
Oh man, that is hilarious. So you went to Celebration, huh?
Yeah, so they didn't have as much Ewoks, and I ended up talking to some people that ran the thing, and they were like, "Yeah, that we already got so much on it because we didn't have more Ewok stuff or more indoor stuff." And I said, "Yeah, that's what episode 6 is all about. Like, how are you gonna say it's 6? You have Darth Maul here. Like, that makes no sense." But like you
Hey,
said, they do bring the big hitters out there. It's a different show. Like me and our best friends, we went out there and same thing. They named their kids superheroes. So their kids' names is Kal-El, Kara, and Harley Quinn.
wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
I
we
think I told you about. Did I tell you about the Moon Festival?
no.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, you need to go. That so we sponsored that last year. It's in Humboldt County where they filmed Return of the Jedi, and so
Okay.
what they do is every year they put on a festival, and it's a Return of the Jedi, and you can go take photos. Like there's the famous tree that they fly the speeder bike underneath.
Okay.
You can take your photo there, and then there's also an Ewok village where you can take, and then they always bring out like the 501st and like Rebel Legion to do cosplay. And then at night, they watch Return of the Jedi in the forest where it was filmed.
That's awesome.
And it's a free event. They do it every year. And they do it the last May weekend, so it doesn't coincide with with May 4th
Yeah.
because everybody's putting on their event. But it's called the Moon Festival
Okay.
in Sonoma County.
Yeah, I have to get more with you. If you're gonna go, we might just make a day trip out there with you. Try to hook up with you out there and have food and stuff. That sounds amazing, actually.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We sponsored it last year. It was so much fun, dude. It was the best time just to see all the people coming together and to watch the movie where it was filmed is kind of a cool feeling, you know?
Yeah. Now, and I know what's been talk. I don't know if they've done it yet, but they were talking about doing that for Goonies, and I'm a huge, huge Goonies fan.
Oh,
So
love Goonies.
yeah, see, and that's the thing. I would fly. I was almost gonna fly to Oregon because they had 5 of them sign in. The 2 girls, the 2 Ferrari brothers, and then
Yeah.
I need Mouth still. But and then I heard Data was gonna be to Utah, so I was like, nope, I'm going to Utah.
Yeah, and then we just had Corey Feldman was in Vacaville 2 summers ago.
Yeah, see, I heard that and I missed it. But he's charging an extremely high on the prices if you don't pick your personalized. So, but
Mm.
I have a few Ninja Turtle pieces almost done. I just need his autograph, and then of course I need him on the Goonies piece. So I might just have to swallow it and end up buying it. But it's like 175, and if you don't personalize it, he's charging you double it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I understand who you are, but that's just ridiculous. I
Right.
I paid cheaper for bigger names, so it's just crazy.
Right.
But I do get excited when I see the piece on my wall, so
Right.
that's the collector in me.
So when you go into these shows, are you going more as a collector or as a businessman? Are you the vendor or are you the adventurer?
So I'm both, and that's why I've never like grew huge, and because I have always UPS, because I had opportunities to open a storefront or do different things like that, but um, I always softy. If I know you're a collector, I could tell if you're not trying to sell. I give you guys crazy discounts. I try to hook up. Of course, I'm never gonna lose money on items, but yeah, I always try to make people smile, so that's why they always come back and find me. But again, it's still a business. I got to drive out there. My wife, the food costs, all that still costs money. So you
Right.
still got to have a living too. So it goes both roads.
Right. Do you have your calendar set out for next year? I know we're coming to the end of this year, so there's only a couple more shows left. But have you started planning out your shows for next year?
So I already have all the Lodi and Stockton Comic Cons, set because I drive for them, and then
Right.
all the SAC anime, the Roseville. So I'm set for those. On the other ones, or the bigger ones, it just all depends who contacts me, or um, like I've been talking about doing something for HypeCon. So it just all depends on those ones because I got to make sure I have the weekend off. Got to load the van, drive out there. So I've been even looking into buying a bigger vehicle so it's easier to transport. Because the farther shows I can't bring, everything right now because I just have a Honda Odyssey. Yeah, so just the little things. But again, I do it to build my collection, but I do enjoy it. Get to meet people like yourself, and it's a whole different world.
Right. Do you have what is your favorite thing that you would say you have in your collection right now? The one piece, if your house was on fire and you could only grab one collectible, what would you grab?
See, it'd be too hard because I would be yelling at my wife and kids to grab stuff. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm gonna try to grab
Get a
everything.
backpack.
Yeah, there's already pieces I already know. Like, get it outside, come right back in. My pieces might be safe. I can't promise I will be. But like, I have a family portrait with Stan Lee, but the first piece we did with Stan Lee, we did all his cameos and his reaction on it. The second piece I kind of made like almost like a shrine of him, of his accomplishments and everything else. His first Amazing Spider-Man. It's not the original. I don't want everybody to get excited and try to find out where I live. But my buddy, true story, when we were at San Jose, he had the original in his backpack. And he had #1 Fantastic Four. His uncle gave it to him. Yeah, you should have seen Stan Lee's face. But that was another memory that I'll never forget. Stan Lee actually, and I've talked to other people that do shows with them all the time, and actually we're connected. And they said if he kept his head down, he wasn't really paying attention to you. But if he actually looks up or stands up, he's giving you full attention. So he was like, he hears my voice and he goes, "Hey, you're that kid that always smiles." And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, he tells everybody that." And then he goes, "Yeah, your wife had a hijab on." And I go, "Okay, he don't tell everybody that." Talking about fanboy, I started geeking out, started slapping my buddy, like, and he's, I heard it, like, and he goes, "Yeah, wait, matter of fact, I got my dinner shirt." And he goes into his bag, and my wife, she actually sews the patches on, because again, I do the DD service, so I couldn't go into the bars with my comic shirts. So she started getting me button-up shirts and putting patches on it, so I can actually go into the bars with them when I have to get them out of the bar instead of paying the bouncer. Like I said, my wife's very intelligent, so we made him one. I think at that time it was 70 something anniversary. And he had it, and he goes, "Look, I'm gonna wear this for dinner." He goes, I still love that piece. You still have it?" And I said, "Yeah, look, it's on my wall." So just having that interaction with him, like, dude, I couldn't even drive home. I was like a little schoolgirl, just all excited. And yeah, it was such a blessing, but little things like that. So that would probably be one of the pieces I get. But I also have Matuzak. He's 2-time Super Bowl champion, but he's also Sloth in the Goonies. I have him a signed Raider thing, so I made it a double piece.
Oh wow!
And that's framed downstairs. Like, even if I just pulled out a few of these frames upstairs, like right now, I'm just upstairs with you guys, and you've seen the collection upstairs. Yeah, downstairs is crazy. When people come to my house, they think I have a failed toy store. So,
I would say it was a successful one because you got to keep it.
Yes. No, like I said, we each are different, but if I have a bad day at UPS, I come over here and just smile. Like, all right.
Right.
It melts away.
What is it that attracts you to collecting? Why would you spend so much time and money and effort on it? What is it that makes you feel good about collecting?
I honestly couldn't tell you, like, what is, some people say hoarder, some say obsession. I couldn't tell you either way. And I have other friends that we talk to have bigger collections than me. But we can go and sell our collection, and buy something like a house or, something crazy. I just love it. And I work very hard, so I never have to sell my personal collection.
Right.
But like, if I need something or I'll call a friend, or like, "Hey, 1 hour deal, come check what you guys want." I'll go show them. Like, somebody would be like, "Hey, I want your Muhammad Ali autograph." All right, I got three. I got three of those. Let me hook you up with one.
Wow, that's
So
amazing, man. I gotta come to your house sometime, dude.
I will have you over for dinner. You're more than welcome.
Woo!
But like I said, you're gonna look at, you go for the collectibles and think we're gonna geek out, and then you're just baffled. My best friend, he cuts hair, and he cuts Nate Diaz's hair. Well,
Mhm.
during the DD service, he's already knew me, both of the brothers. So he tells them, no, let's go over there for dinner, and she's already knows, he doesn't. Um, Eat meat and stuff. It's more fish. And so my wife made a whole meal. But it was funny because he's all, hey, bro, like I hear him on the ring and I'm laughing. He's like, bro, I see, look, it looks like there's kids. There's a van. Um, I don't have a filter. Like, I don't want him to get offended. Like, this will go sideways. And I'm like, dude, it's Nate Diaz. Even if I get offended, I'm going to shut my mouth. Like,
Mhm.
so, but it was funny. And then soon as he walks in my house, and every time my wife sees him, she says the same thing. It's the homie. But he was like, he smacks the barber and says, yo, you didn't tell me it was the homie. And
Right.
I started laughing. I was like, he started telling his his best friends that was with him, like, no, this is the guy I was telling you, it saved our life. Like, he just, shut up, this is it. Oh, it is the DD Omar. He goes, yeah, he's not just the DD, he's carried me in the house, he's done this for me. And so, like, it just circled back. And then he geeked out. Like, he's a huge Ninja Turtle. Remember him and his brother playing with him. So he
Right.
asked, he goes, hey, bro, is there any way I could get that, those two right there? I said, yeah, I'll get myself another one. So the next I think 3 shows, I was going to all the vendors. Okay, I need that piece back. I need it. And I ended up finding it for cheap. And then I was like, hey, you want to come to my table? And they came and trade. So,
Right.
like, just that story, it just got me all excited. Like, okay, cool, I got my pieces back, and I hooked up him.
Well, if you need any Michelangelo autographed, I know Nick Palma from Secret of the Ooze. We can get all that stuff
I do
autographed.
have a couple of his, I think, already. Ain't he gonna be at SAC Anime at this one?
I'm not sure. He's been doing a lot of the shows locally.
Yeah, so I know Ernie Reyes, Leonardo, they're all, and I think he might be one of them I seen on the list.
Oh, okay, nice. I didn't know there was
So
a Ninja Turtle show coming up. That's dope.
it's not a turtle. It's at the SAC Anime. I was shocked that they're
Oh,
bringing them too. So they did at the SACCon,
yeah.
and they did very well. And I think because they did so well, they must have got a good feedback because they're coming back to SAC Anime for this
That's
winter
dope.
yeah. I don't know if you call it the winter because it's still winter, but it's in January.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year's, yeah,
It's WinterCon. I usually do Santa Rosa.
instead of SAC Anime.
Yeah, because I can't get into SAC Anime. There's never a spot there for me, but Santa Rosa I've been able to get into.
Do you have Santa Rosa already booked or no?
For this year, I don't. I think so. I think I usually do like where you pay at the end of the previous
Well,
year for the next year.
we'll double check because I can cut back on some of my stuff, and because I have 2 sections at SAC Anime.
Holy crap! Wait,
So
regular SAC Anime or?
regular SAC Anime, yeah, like
Oh my
SAC Anime.
god, that's the one I'm dying to get into.
Yeah, so I would have you, we're behind SAC Anime's booth because like I said, very blessed. We won't
Yeah.
get into detail, but yeah, I have my 2 sections right behind them, and
Oh wow.
the only deal I would have in trade with you is um, when I have to go to the bathroom, you taking care of both booths, make sure my stuff don't get.
Well, of course.
But like, let me confirm with my wife, and I don't think she would mind because I talked highly about you from the last show. But yeah, I don't mind giving up a table or so.
Oh man.
But
And
we have a whole,
I have
because I
business
do
to
that
talk
with
to
my.
you.
Go ahead.
I have business to talk to you about as well. Like, we were letting everybody in the audience know I'm so excited about this idea, but it's very hard for me to keep it under wraps. So when we were having the discussion in the beginning, you were one of the people that I started talking to about this because I know you're not going to, run off with my ideas or
Yeah.
what have you.
No.
But I think this could be a great collaboration for a lot of vendors in Northern California.
But even that little conversation, I was already thinking of ideas for you, and I'm like, if you did this or did you can make it a little bigger too. You have the right idea. It's just the problem is you just got to find uh, the time to pull it off, and that's the hard part for anybody. It's the time. But I
Right.
think you can make the time and like you said, with different connections and everything else, it could be a
It,
blessed thing.
it's crazy because it's like I feel like it's like everything that I've done before now put together. You know what I mean? Like
No,
even doing this show is a test run for that. So I don't want to give too much away. Like I
I
said,
get it.
over
That's why I'm staying quiet too.
you're in the inner circle until we let the news out. You will be part of the inner circle. Um, but Omar, I've been having absolute. It's an absolute pleasure to talk to you, man. I'm upset we haven't hooked up before this since summertime.
Again, that's where the time comes. But we just need, as human beings, make more time. If it's with the family or somebody you call a friend, or that's what I mean. Because, like I said, I hit it off real quick with you. I didn't even hesitate to bring them because uh, just you and your son's reaction with the people, you can tell you're good people.
No, thanks, man. We're just out
Nah,
here to
for sure.
have some fun. You know what I mean? I'm a 50-year-old kid.
Yeah, but people forget that. Like you said, they come out doing it as a business and not a collect. So, and I'm one of them. Do it more collecting and having fun. And I'm like, okay, wait, I still got to make money.
Right.
I
Dude, I
ended up
tell people
spending.
though, you know what? Like I honestly, and not to take anything away from you or anybody else, but I feel like I have the best job in the world because nobody leaves my table not happy. Even if they didn't get the lightsaber they want, they still got to play around and have a good time while they were there. Everybody leaves with a smile.
But most people don't see, and that's another thing, a testament to yourself. Most people don't let them play with the product. See, I'm the same way. Go ahead, check it. You could grab it, and they're shocked. They shocked that I let them come in our booths.
Right.
And they're like, "Wait, I'm allowed to. My house is your house, bro. Come on, like,
Right.
come check it
Right.
out." But there's a lot of them don't. And she's like, "Man, I just got yelled at the other one. Shame on them. They're not." Yeah. So
That's because they forgot what it's like to be that kid, dude.
yes. And then unfortunately, some of them, that's all they do for income. So they depend on it, and but they forget to still, treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, my light
Right.
went off. Hold on. Never
Oh.
had that happen. I've never been up here that long. It's an automatic switch off. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think always we have to remember the industry we're in. Like, that's where I honestly I get pissed off at these like Pokemon scalpers, these people that go in and just buy like cases and cases because, and then they're leaving these little kids that legitimately want to play the game. They don't give a damn about the value of the cards. They just want to have a good time with their. These little kids can't get the cards, you know.
Yeah, and that's same with, but everything. You see the celebrities getting mad that people are reselling them, and
Right,
then but I'm like, okay, they're still supporting you to come, because I'm one of those guys. I sell some of them, but I keep what I want for my collection. But
right,
$100 a piece for a little pop getting signed. You got to figure out a way to keep it up, or you can never keep this collection. And this is the
right,
reason why my collection's big, because I double dip. Okay, I'll try to get two for this one and then sell one to make my money back. And seeing that's when people come and see this collection, I'm like, yeah, but most of it's paid off because I was smart to barter and trade.
right, 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 right. All right, my buddy. We're going to be closing up this segment here. I
I,
absolutely am thankful for all the time that you've spent with us, showing us off your collection, telling us about what you do, and I want to thank you personally. I've never had to use your service. I myself am not much of a drinker like yourself, but I do appreciate what you do for your community because that trickles out. What you do in your community trickles out to the world. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
It's all about
appreciate
six
that.
degrees of separation.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and like I said, I was just blessed that I'm able to do it. I tell people that's my superhero power. I can deal with drunks like no other.
Well, I just have to say that your collection is amazing, bro. Like
Dude, and
amazing.
we haven't even seen it yet.
I know, I know. I'm just saying what I've seen of it. It's phenomenal. And I know I've only got a tip of the iceberg. I get it. I totally get it.
So I gotta hide because I don't want my wife to see. But I'll walk down real quick and just show you the office I was talking about. So give me a
I don't want
second.
to get into
Van
trouble.
didn't
I don't want to
even.
get into trouble.
Yeah, no. I'll make sure I keep her out of it. Yeah, she killed me twice. And then you guys would have to go to the front yard and buy some of this collectibles because she'd be selling it outside.
Should it be on the lawn?
Yeah. After, hey, honey,
uh,
where you at? I'm walking to the office. Honey, okay, I don't see her. All right, no, all right. Well, I'm keeping it close to the chest. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
so
no doubt, no
here,
doubt.
all right. So here's my oldest son, Wicket, sitting on the couch.
What's
Hey,
up, Wicket? Hear the
What's
drum
up,
again, Wicket.
you have an
Because I'm Arab,
awesome namesake.
because
Oh,
I'm
that's
Arab,
cool.
everybody should have Robin Williams in their wall.
Ah,
Boondock
nice,
Saints. So I couldn't get Bruce Lee to sign it, so I got his daughter to sign that piece, Enter the
dude.
Dragon.
Man, he collects everything. Go like
So, and this is just the living room, bro. Hold on. So, because the Hulk 181 is such a classic, I ended up getting everybody that had something to do with the comic to sign it.
dude,
Wow.
And then I had to have Hugh Jackman sign it, just make the piece.
bro.
Here's the piece I was telling you guys all about, Stan Lee. That was the very first time I met him. Here's him signing it.
That's so freaking cool. That's so cool.
So here's a movie jacket signed by Stan Lee.
Oh my gosh.
And then here's the, like I said, kind of a little shrine. But see, I got the statue of it. Because if I had that original comic, it wouldn't be here. But this one's signed by Walt Disney.
Wow, Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
Rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Nice.
And,
Oh gosh.
that's what I mean. I seen your shirt, Marvel, but here's some of the statues. Those are signed by some of the higher hitters.
Nice.
Sure.
You saw the
Was that
Transformers,
Megatron?
bro. Yeah, that was Megatron and Optimus, bro.
They're both signed.
Oh,
Yeah, so those are both signed.
dude.
These are some I'm going to get signed soon. But then this whole little room
Look at
right
this
here. By,
Holy crap.
Look at this house, man.
I know, dude. Trust me.
but look, so here's the piece I just finished. I'm going to get it. So we have a custom framer too because we do so many pieces to me and my cousin. So I just got it done. I seen this at Costco. So this just tells you how crazy I am. So I seen it at Costco and said, wait, I think I could do it cheaper. So I ended up getting Tyson to sign it. So and then I got the game, and then I got the original controller, and I'm gonna make a custom frame out of it. Costco was selling it for like $600, and I did it within 200.
Wow.
Like I said, if there's a way, there's a will. Like so, it's just little things. But so here's signed comics. But these
Hey,
are
if you
all
can get me
signed.
an autographed Tyson with a little piece of ear, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, next time I meet him, we do. But look, see all these.
How is he gonna get Evander's ear, bro? He you have to get Evander Holyfield for that, bro.
No, now you can give.
Oh, I don't know.
Did he freeze out on us?
I think he might have froze out on us. I don't think he was getting a good connection in that.
Dude,
part of the office.
his collection was overwhelming the internet.
Yeah. He broke the internet with his collection. Oh, man. Oh, there he is. He's back. He's back.
Yeah, I had to get out of the room. It looked like.
Yeah.
You broke the internet with your dope collection,
bro.
Yeah, like I said, and that's just one of the rooms in the house. But yes, very, very, very blessed. Like I said, been doing it. Here and now, I'll show you one more thing.
That's
so my wife is a big Disney pin collector.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
So that's just one of the. We got smart and pit the pinboard thing so we can pin it. That's the bathroom wall.
Oh my
dude.
God.
So again, it's just being creative and doing things like that.
You are a true collector, man. Like you
like
are.
I said, I love doing it. That's the difference. Most people forget and try to do it for the sale, and so
and you do it because for the passion, bro. And
yeah.
that to me, I mean, oh my gosh, dude. Like,
but here's the DuckTales. So like, I'm a huge DuckTale fan. So I get excited when I find pieces for them. But like this one was at Sideshow. I was at the San Diego Comic-Con. Heard they're gonna release it, and they only made 1,922 of those the year he was born.
Dude, that's crazy, man. Like,
dude, here's a Goonie piece. I think they only made a couple thousand of those. Yes. So like I said, little things like that, I get stupid excited.
well, dude, like I said, man, you're a true collector, and I mean, I'm at a loss for words, only for the simple fact is that like your collection is very expansive, if you will. Like like you said, you don't just stick to just one genre. You're across many genres, many platforms, many mediums. Like it's everything from comic books to actual. On your video that you sent me, as you're walking up, and I chopped the video in half. I was like, dude, why did I cut it there? Because I cut it right at the Skeletor that was sitting right at the top of the stairs as you walk in. There was the Masters of the Universe Skeletor. I'm like, dude, that just brought me back to like
So the crazy thing of that, the guy that actually did the paints for the toys from Hasbro to everybody else, he did that for me, and I had Skeletor sign it.
Wow.
So that's what I mean. There's so many little stories like that. And the
That's
crazy thing is Van knows him as a promoter, not as the what he really does in real life. And I'm like, so that's what it's crazy. People see me and they say, "Oh, it's just the UPS driver." Wait, no,
no.
he looks like the Omar the GD service. No, wait, he's that collector at second, you know.
No,
So again,
you're much more than a UPS driver. I mean,
yes, no, I live. But hey, when
If
we
you ever,
invite Van over for dinner, I'll make sure he brings you the invite too. I don't know how far you live away, but
I
we'll at
mean,
least give you the invite.
I would
it'll be worth
love
flying out for.
yeah, I would love to fly out. I'm all the way in Michigan, but I would love to fly out. I would love to be out there,
Detroit,
man.
Michigan.
Yeah. I'm in the Detroit area. Yeah, I'm in the Detroit
Okay, so
area.
next time my wife's niece lives out there, so next time we go out there, we'll have you have some Arab food out there.
Dude, to me, I love Arab food. I love
Yeah.
it. Oh, I love it. So
Yeah, no, they get down in the kitchen, but that's what makes her. I'll show you what we had for. So this is in our kitchen, bro. So when she does
those are
Wow.
all the dessert. Oh my gosh,
so
dude.
those
Got
are
racks
cookie
in
and
the
cream.
kitchen.
Yeah, that's just the kitchen. And look, there's comic stuff in the kitchen. But
You
and
never
this is the
stop.
pizza that she makes from scratch, the dough, everything.
Oh, that looks so delicious.
That's what I mean. So just very, very blessed, and we always treat people the way we want to treat people. That's why I'd rather you come over for dinner than me having some kind of shop to you have to pay to come see it. I'd rather you eat and relax and chill at my couch.
You're amazing, man. You're
You
amazing.
are
I
good
appreciate you
people. I
guys.
wish there was more people like you, my friend. I knew there was a reason. You and I, as soon as I met you, and it's kind of funny because I meet so many people at so many different shows, but for some reason our energies, our vibes, linked up right away.
No,
I love your
100%.
energy,
I
man.
believe, I told you, I believe that's just God. And here, let me show you. So I almost didn't buy this piece. My wife said, no, we have to have it. So it's the bronze statue. You see it? I'm
Yeah,
short.
yeah,
So, okay. So Scott Shorts from Christmas Story, we went to his shop in Hollywood area, and
yeah.
he ended up, they just got it in. But he didn't tell me the backstory. He's no, your wife's right. You should have this to your collection. So
Mm-hmm.
finding out it was a prop at D23 that they didn't even sell. They only made 50 of them.
Oh wow.
That's why we didn't get the box. And I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, because somebody was like, hey, can I buy it? And I said, well, if my wife's okay with it, let me check. And we couldn't figure out a price. And then when we finally found one, it was ridiculously high. And I was like, oh my God, it's the movie, or it was a prop in one of the rooms.
Right.
And because
Wow.
he is who he is, he walked in and he's like, hey, add this to my bill. And he took it.
Wow. Well, I look forward to seeing you again, my friend. Like I said, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to get more with you this week about some other stuff I have going to the side. I definitely think there's room for you and your wife. I think there's a lot of room for you and your wife. And I'm excited about my buddy Joe Mar back there behind stage and uppercuts. Because with this, I don't want to go to okay. There's going to be a lot more happening with this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel will be growing and expanding with this new thing I'm looking to do as well. So,
all right, yeah, sounds good. Just let me know, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, most definitely. All right, Mr. Omar, thank you so much for your time. Give your wife and your family our love, and I will see you on the circuit.
All right, you have a great night.
You too. Peace.
Dude, that was awesome.
Can you imagine living in that house?
Bro, like I just have to say, like, apart from some of the people that I know that have been on the show, every time you bring a guest since I've started becoming a part of this thing, I've just become more and more enthralled in this world, as well as in the people that you've brought to the
Thank you.
like it's amazing. And like I said, the dude has an amazing energy, an amazing spirit, and an amazing collection, bro. Like, I mean, like dude, like I'm sorry, man. I was just flabbergasted. Like I was not to get too deep into it. We were pressed for time tonight, and like things got kicked off a little late, and and all of a sudden he sends me all this stuff, and I'm like, bro, I was like, this is amazing. I couldn't wait to like cut it up. Like, I only had a certain amount of time to cut it up, and I'm like, I'm going all over the place, and like, oh, dude, it was awesome, dude. And I'm just like, bro, like this.
I have to say, though, the one thing that I've really liked about doing the show is I pride myself on trying to find interesting guests, people that aren't, you might see them on the surface as just this thing, but there's so much deeper and so much more to them.
Yeah.
And so some of the people that I bring on here, it may not be obvious until you talk to them why I brought them on the show.
No doubt. No, I 100%, dude. Like sometimes I have no idea necessarily even who. Like sometimes I'll have an idea, I'll have an inkling of who you're bringing on, but sometimes I don't know. Like I didn't know. I knew Omar O's Collectables. That's all I got in the feed, and then but then I get to immerse myself and actually be a part of that, like that whole thing, and it makes it not only makes it worthwhile, it's just awesome to know these I don't want to forgive me for saying this, but like these this not necessarily small but definitely significant cogs in this whole big machine. Definitely significant. Like to me, Omar is a very important piece in this huge mosaic, if you will. And so that's what makes this whole thing amazing to me. So I appreciate you for bringing these people into my life. So
thanks, man. It means a lot to me, man. I don't. It may not be obvious from the outside, but I do work hard on trying to find people that are interesting. That not just that I find interesting, but they might just surprise you.
I don't care. Like if you find them interesting, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to find them interesting. And if I find them interesting, at least a few other people are going to find them interesting. So to me, that's what makes it worthwhile. Like the fact that you kind of dig and find them interesting, that to me is awesome, dude. And that makes them interesting because they are interesting, because they are awesome. Like that collection to me, and the stories that collection tell. I mean, we only scraped the tip of the iceberg with what those individual pieces told. Like he told us some stories that, like, based on a few pieces, it's got the hundreds of thousands of pieces in that freaking collection that all have their own story. Like, I mean, I can't wait to find out more and more about it. Like that's what makes it cool and interesting to me. So
I remember when I was talking to him, because he didn't have the collectibles. So like I said, what was funny about tonight was, until we got online earlier tonight and I had him start sending photos, I had no idea about his collection. I was going to talk to him tonight because he was a celebrity driver. He's driven many of this. So that was really going to be supposed to be our foundation.
Yeah.
Right. And also the fact that I absolutely loved, and I think it's amazing that he started a free D&D service.
Yeah. And I thought that, outside of everything else, was amazing on its own. And that to me was, like I said, like you pointed out, was a great kind of thing that he was doing for his community, which I thought is phenomenal in itself. But then, to expand further into his world and his realm was just, it was just cool, man. It was amazing. I don't have anything else to say, but and this isn't the first time that I've been flabbergasted on the show, like that I've come into it not knowing what the thing was going to be about, and the next thing you know, I'm just like totally amazed at what it was about. This is just another notch on the friggin' amazing chalkboard that I have. So once again, thank you for hooking that up, man. I can only say thank you because I get to be a part of it. That's the awesome thing. So yeah. Cool.
Well, I'm excited to see how this show expands and grows. We got Jomar in the background.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring him up.
Bring him up.
Our buddy Jomar's been watching from the background.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How's it going, man? Hey, I'm in the back and I'm like looking at Omar and his collection. I'm on like the nostalgia, man. I mean,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Like,
Right.
really,
So I was gonna say I'm a UPS guy too. I did UPS 3 years with Richmond and stuff like that. And I was gonna say, hey Omar, you sure it didn't fall out of the truck? Because usually, on my watch it'd be like, hey, if it falls out the truck, then it's all game. You know what I mean? But man,
hey, don't get it wrong.
Stan Lee, brother.
I'm from the hood too. If it falls out the back of the truck, like you know what I'm saying, like that's how it goes. But
yeah.
Responsibility for these two. So
well, yeah, man.
The audience know we're going to be bringing Jomar on. Jomar is going to become part of our team here at Saber Rattle. Again, with some of these bigger, newer endeavors I have coming up.
Can't wait.
You're going to see Jomar's face a lot more in the background, the foreground, and possibly as a host on this show when I have to do conventions and stuff. Maybe we can get Jomar to come and host with Lynn.
And I'm going to make it a point next week's show, no matter who we have the following week's show.
Yeah.
No matter who we have on the show, I'm going to make it a point to showcase some of Jomar's talent. Like Jomar's taking a bunch of his stuff, so I'm going to make it a point to put together a montage to showcase Jomar, because Jomar has got some talented stuff. So I want to make sure to get that on there. So
awesome.
When we reconvene on the following week, I will have a montage set up with some of Jomar's cool stuff. All right? Yeah, no doubt.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man. And then just sorry. Yeah, just so you know, if you guys want me to sing karaoke, you got to give me a couple of, like Jaeger or something like that, and I could sing. You know what I mean?
You know what? I definitely do that, because, like I said, I don't sing karaoke sober either. But like that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll have everybody sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight." That's my closing. Or just once. Can you feel the love tonight? Oh shoot!
Oh, he's already starting without no Jaeger. No.
I know, right? I know.
Well,
thank you, man. I'm used to be part of the crew, and big brother Van. Oh man, that thing that you have, golden, bro. Got me saying golden, man. It's
yeah. Well,
can't say nothing though.
I can't wait to get into that too. We're definitely gonna to see more. We'll spill a little more of that when it comes out. So
yes, sir.
All right, guys. Well, hey, I think we had another great show.
Yes, sir.
Peace. I'm gonna.
So I just want to remind everybody we will not be here next week, but we will be back the week after that. So stick around. Don't abandon us, because we always come back.
We always come back. I was gonna say something pretty gross, but it wasn't PG. It wasn't PG rated. But I was gonna say something to the effect that we're back. You can't get rid of us. We're like well, I'm not gonna say
100%.
All right. All right. Guys, let's go out with something I know that I've had on before, but we're gonna go out with a little clip. If I can find it. Let's see here.
Good night, Say Wong. Thank you for tuning in, and
thank you everybody for tuning in, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you all of our loyal viewers. We definitely appreciate you, and I can't leave the show without saying that. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks again, and thank you again, Van. This is your birth child, man. So I appreciate you letting me on this train. So yeah. All right.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here, man.
May the Force be with you. The Force?
And the Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us, penetrates us. binds the galaxy together.
May the Force be with you. Goodbye,